Hello there. You didn't think we'd be seeing this again? Just before we get started properly, I just gotta say, just looking at all this after so long, after so many years, just just makes me feel sad more than anything. Just look at all these memories which I once used to have. But enough about that. Enough about that. Let's let's get properly into the game. Sonic Colors. Spelt correctly, as you can plainly see. At the very least, doing it this way, we do, at the very least, get to experience this, yeah, it's had a long and faded history, even though this is technically my Wii U, because, like most Nintendo Wiis, it didn't survive Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Unfortunately, despite how hard I tried, I couldn't get my Mayflash adapter to work, so we're stuck using the Wiimote. Sonic Colonel Hours. So yeah, hopefully using... Ah, yes. Well, this looks fairly normal, with Sonic and Tails running through fields, and what the fluff are those? Why is my Sonic game filled with Boo-Bar rejects? Looks like something that would have been laughed off of the preschool show. Gonna be playing the Japanese dub? I was considering that, in all honesty, but I figured just for consistency's sake, I think most people would prefer me just rag on the English dub a little bit. Kinda missing... Yeah, I remember back when I first played this, I actually was able to use a GameCube controller because, of course, the Wii was basically just an upscale GameCube with the same controller ports. I will say, just looking at this particular intro, though, I can't help but get a little smile on my face, you know? Just real good music, pretty visuals. For a lot of people, that's all you really need. The ambient critters from I mean, you say ambient critters. The only ambient critters I remember from Teletubbies was the massive amounts of like Flemish giant rabbits they had in the background because they wanted to make it so the Teletubbies didn't look freakishly huge. Playing the Japanese... I mean, I suppose I can do that. Gonna be in for a bit of a treat this time around. To the left, and to the right, say your name. It's like, oh no, hey, it's just like the classical games. That's what the routes were for, and... Unfortunately, they had to work with the fact that all the rabbits just gave them a lot of footage they couldn't work with, to say the least. Wasn't there a version of the cinematic where Q was looking? That I don't remember, in all honesty. Also, yeah, playing this because I have no interest in getting Colors Ultimate. I'm perfectly fine with this, even if it has been a while. So let's go in. New game. Oh hey, it's Sakura from Naruto. You know, we may as well. And of course, right into the action. Inglorious 30 frames per second. Good golly, Miss Molly. Also, yeah, feeling already pretty awkward just using a D-pad for this. It's like this was a control scheme that was not devised for humans. Just. By that I mean just, D-pad usage in 3D environments in general. I thought you'd think we'd already gone past this with the with the PlayStation 1 with the DualShock, but I guess not. Tell you what, if it gets egregiously bad, I'll switch to my classic controller, see if we can get that to work. Well, I mean, it really is all coming back to me. Just in terms from a visual standpoint, this really was one of those games which I couldn't help but not just find endearing in a sort of strange way. Even if in a lot of instances it felt like a watered-down version of the daytime stages from... Thank you, Tails. Aren't you playing with your handy dancy? Because I couldn't get it to work, Fel. If I could get the GameCube controller to work, I'd be using that from the off. But now I'm just sort of stuck using the Wiimote like a peasant. I mean, I suppose homing attack chains are work fairly well, but I guess it's sort of difficult to get rid of, difficult to mess up. Also, yeah, just these ramps in and of themselves really just sort of feel as though they saw the QuickTime events from an H360 and just figured, you know what, people didn't seem to like the QuickTime events, so how can we water it down for everybody? Let's see, Japanese Color Wisp announcer was also the announcer of the Gaia Memories and related... Yeah, I heard that Japanese announcer for the color powers in this game was indeed featured in Kamen Rider. Which sort of led to the jokes about there being a Joker Wisp in the game. Alright, next. Okay, I guess I'm just completely skipping any form of story and getting right into it, okay. And oh yes, now we get into arguably one of the main issues with this game, the fact that it markets itself as a 3D game, even though it very plainly isn't. It's like, what is 3D about this outside from the models? Because by that logic, wouldn't Klonoa by association be a 3D game? I think everybody and their aunties already pointed that out about this game, though. So, what do you reckon? Well, that looks interesting. It's just a shame that I can't use that yet. Do appreciate at the very least they give you incentive to go back and get more stuff. It's sort of like with the power-ups in SA2 and how you can go back and get even more stuff. Honestly, part of me wonders who in their right mind would actually come here, considering how garish a lot of the decor looks, but I will say at the very least, it's probably is... it's probably less expensive than Disneyland at this point, so I can see people actually considering it. You know, considering at this point many people would probably consider Robotnik to be far less evil than the Disney Corporation. Also, yeah, I don't have any boosts, deal with it. Well, okay then. Okay. Okay, I guess this works. This works. Just... oh, there we go. There's the slide. Moving there slowly. And fairly... yeah, there's a red ring back here as well. I remember this game and remember all the... oh, look, it's like the capsules from the classic games where you break them and release all the animal friends. Isn't that just so amazing? It's like, we remember all these, cool games from your childhood, so that must mean you must love this game too, right? That's how this works, right? Don't feel happy about yourself, Ogilvy. That was a horrendous performance. Okay, now we get the cutscenes. It's like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be a story behind this. We can't just keep, pretending this is a classic. I mean, I suppose they could. Just have no cutscenes, but...
this place is epic.
This place is epic, Hoobadoo. Yeah, otherwise we wouldn't be able to hear Roger Crodger Dodger in his debut... I would say his debut role, but I think there was actually Free Riders, or the Alton Towers ride.
Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
I think the first time I actually heard Roger's take on Sonic was like voice clips from the Alton Towers Sonic Spinball promotion, and he just put on just this all "Whoa, how do you do, fellow kids" voice.
Can't be mad at this view. This place is taking beauty to the
And I guess it's a little bit better in this game, but then again, still prefer Griffith. Japanese dub well, it's more so a lot of the dialogue has changed because the script was originally written in English, so the Japanese dub sort of had to accommodate for that in ways which would make sense and not be completely insufferable. Don't mind his performance in this. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. He definitely had a little bit of time to warm up to the role with free riders.
This amusement park has been constructed entirely out of a sense of remorse for my past transgressions, and is in no way associated with any sort of evil plot or premeditated misdeed.
It turns out to be associated with any evil plots and misdeeds. It's like, oh, whoa, the snail elevator. It looks like the snails from Launch Base Zone. Remember that? I think that we're going to be in it for the long haul with that sort of thing. And of course, we get the debut of some of my least favorite characters in the series. I'll be amazed if I laugh once throughout this whole game, I'll just say that much.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure of what I'm gonna do.
Yoink.
Hey, what's going on? Huh? Whoa!
Well, he just collided with several walls and died. Okay, then. So Sonic doesn't say no, he doesn't say the copyright law line in Japanese. Also, yeah. New save file. Man. I do appreciate at the very least they give you like a default, a random Sonic name as a default, but man, I just feel sad. Yeah, we'll just go with that. We don't even have an emerald to go with, meh. Fine, I guess we'll just go with... We'll go with Sonk, because why not? And here we are, the grand options menu. Where everything's in... Yeah, you can play GameCube with this, but obviously you're not allowed. Because I'm playing on a Wii U, and we can't have that, can we? Just a lot of this functionality just really brings back memories to me. Anyways, let's push on. Let's push on. This is as if to tell you, yes, this is where you unlock a wisp. And oh hey, it's the quick step. You remember the quick step? Unfortunately, we had to designate it to a Wiimote, so it's have fun with that, I guess. It's like, oh hey, remember this cool scene from Unleashed? The cool quick stepping scene in Spagonia? We're doing it. Oh. Okay, so you have to waggle your Wiimote in order to get that to work. Okay. Again, though, I don't see how anyone in their right mind was supposed to play this on a Wiimote compared to, you know, classic controller or GameCube. It just feels so awkward. Also, get on the thing. You know, this wouldn't be a problem if I had an analog stick. Yeah, I think, You know what? I kind of want to try this out, actually. Just, I'm not sure if this will work, but I kind of am in dire need of an analog stick at this point, because playing with a D-pad is just heinous. Bear with me. It was in here somewhere. Here it is. I found it. The nunchuk. Let's see if it still works. It's promising so far. Yeah, this This is starting to feel a little bit better. But I'm kind of remembering the fact that you tend to look like an idiot whilst using this. Yeah, this feels a lot more natural. This feels a lot more natural. Probably should have gone with this from the start, to be perfectly honest, but it is what it is. And oh look, we have all these wisps that we're still yet to get. Isn't this so enticing for you to go back and do replays? Color's accurate was the introduction of one of the worst things about Sonic moveset. But I mean, technically speaking, the double jump has been around a fair bit in the Sonic series. Just wasn't really a consistent thing, because I mostly remember stuff like the double jump being in Sonic R. But yeah, I can definitely see why some folks may be adverse to it, especially given it's on the same... It's mapped to the same button as the homing attack most times. I mean, me personally, I'm more sort of for the whole... Thank you, Tails. Yeah, me personally, I'm more for sort of the accurate adaptation of his classic moveset, but you've already had me go about that constantly. Okay, there we go. That's how it works, I think. I'm having to get used to the controls all over again. I played this on GameCube as a kid, so... mileage may vary. Ooh. That being said, this isn't feeling too bad now. Give me air dash. I mean, even the dash any day of the week. I'd personally just prefer drop dash, personally, but... Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like what homing attacking has really done to level design as a whole. I think it's most prevalent in Sonic 4, actually, where you just have these long lines of enemies to just homing attack. Over bottomless pits, usually. Just allow me to spin. Just give me the funny spin. Yeah, I imagine we're gonna clear through this quite quickly, though. Well, this is gonna be quite awkward, because, let me just put the strap on. Because I haven't been using the Wiimote strap as of yet. And oh yes, we get one of the more egregious moments of the Sonic Colors games. It's like, ah yes, one of the most egregious parts of the modern games in general. Just this guy, this fluffing thing, this fluffing thing which just throws mines down upon you, and entire levels are just dedicated to it. I hate it. It's like, I guess some people just wanted some variety, but indeed, talking about some Sonic's moveset feels is supposed to be implemented in terms of the guys. Yeah, though I think it also doesn't help with stuff like forces and how anemic the double jump was there.
Gotta connect the thermostatic capacitor to the
Science babble, science babble. I'm supposed to be the Jimmy Neutron of this game, don't you know?
I wish I knew what you were saying, little guy. Or gal. Or whatever you are.
Oh, I can't believe it. They were doing that as far back as 2010.
That was crazy!
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld into a translator, so I...
Yeah, I imagine just after hitting the laser, Sonic is just basically addicted. That's like a high of speed he's never experienced before. It's like that scene when Jesse forgets to pay the gravity bill in Breaking Bad and just floats up into the air.
Okay, seriously? We need to find Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous...
Yeah, just realizing I don't think Sonic's eyebrows move even once in this game. I'd be surprised if they did, because right now it's just his eyelids. Which I think is just a recurring problem at this point. Recurring as far forward as, like, Frontiers. We'll see, though. We'll see, though. Alright, let's see what wacky, funny adventures we have. Oh, it's more 2D. Okay. It's like it. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that feels a little bit better. And wait, didn't we just go through this area? Could have sworn we already went through. We've already gone over this game. I mean, laser's pretty satisfying to pull off, but still. Yeah, this really is just going through the same level again, except with blocks everywhere. It feels as though a lot of the more sort of bad habits of the modern games really did start here. Maybe you could argue they started Unleashed, but it really feels more prevalent and egregious here so far. Yeah, the Wisp returned into Lost World. I still don't know why they did. Because it's like, ah yes, what could we possibly garner from why people liked Sonic Colors so much? Surely it wasn't the fact that it was that this game wasn't a rushed mess like the ones we've been going through constantly with no incredibly divisive gimmicks. Like, nah, clearly it's because of the Wisp. That's the only reason why Sonic Colors was good, not the fact that it was actually a solidly, competently made game. Okay, I guess that works. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the whole, Warner Brothers situation which is going on currently. Well, I admit, definitely do feel a little bit saddened about it, and as far as I'm aware, the Netflix thing hasn't been finalized yet. Mostly because a lot of people are screaming and shouting and wanting government intervention, ironically enough. I don't really get... But, yeah, I feel as though there was a lot of Warner Brothers stuff which I missed out on back as a kid. I mean, obviously, I loved Looney Tunes as a kid. Well, that's a great start, just going up with Looney Tunes and not... the cavalcade of iconic movies they were also behind. You know, the Harry Potter movies, Lord of the Rings. Basically all of the DC universe. Let's see, is it? Yep. I think I'm starting to notice a theme here, and the fact that most of the levels are two-dimensional. Really starting to feel like false advertising at this point, the fact that this is a 3D game. Well, okay, I guess that worked. Wasn't expecting it to work, but oh well. Yeah, I can't believe that worked as well. Paramount should have been... so we could have a... I mean, I know a lot of people really liked the DC crossover. I personally haven't been keeping up with it. I mean, I'm hoping it was fairly decent. Just remember the start being quite divisive with Ian doing his whole reference shtick all over again. Just like, oh hey, that doesn't look like Little Planet. It's just like, why would it? Why are you mentioning Little Planets again? Can Flynn go like 5 minutes without making a reference? For 5 minutes! Yeah, it just seems kind of comical at this point, just how many references Flynn feels inclined to throw into every single aspect of the series as possible. With regards to the whole DC thing, I don't ironically feel all that strongly about it, because I haven't really been keeping up with movies all that much, considering most of them are just bad. And I can't help but feel that Warner Brothers sort of did this to themselves with a bunch of terrible business decisions, so... I've heard a lot of people saying it would have been better for them to just sell off all their IPs wholesale, rather than just give themselves up wholly to basically Silicon Valley with Netflix. Oh, that looks threatening over there. Let's see what's over there.
23, 24, 25...
Surely you have a better means of counting than just pointing at them, Robotnik. I thought you were supposed to have an IQ of 300.
No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake.
Ha ha ha.
That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints.
Idiot, get me more.
Yeah, already these jokes seem like they drag on for a little bit too long. It's like there's no snappiness to them. It just keeps going. It's like a Family Guy bit.
I need to go over yonder. Sorry.
Precious little aliens. I'll harness their hyper-go-on power, and then nothing will stop.
Robotnik, who are you talking to?
I say that every time, but this time
Seriously, who are you talking to?
will stop me.
Like the DS versions in Zazzler stages has more fun gameplay than the DS cutscenes have. Yeah, less TC dialogue. Yeah, I do kind of feel curious about getting the DS version actually. Can you stop? Can you stop, please?
I thought nobody would get that.
Seriously, that's the pinnacle of your humor, Ogilvy. I thought you were supposed to be funnier than this. You were funnier in Shadow, when you were threatening to kiss Shadow. Anyways, boss time. Well, yeah, but Sage hasn't been invented yet.
For me to start stopping.
Well, you know what has stopped, Sonic? Your eyebrows. Anyways, boss time. I remember this being pretty easy. Guess we just gotta go up here, grab the thing, go wee, and then just bop him. Oh, it's over already. I thought this would go on for a little bit. Tails, what do you have to say about this? Very insightful, very insightful commentary, Tails. Alright, we're done. At least, I mean, that's the thing, though. People say that, stuff like, Shadgen has better dialogue than this, but I don't think that's necessarily a high bar. I'm just gonna point that out, that it's just... didn't need the Kamen Rider powers. No, but we did need Sonic's Moonwalk, because there's not enough Michael Jackson references in the series. There's no sarcasm on that, there needs to be more. Insightful as always, Tails, thank you.
Shopping here too?
I do appreciate that Tails is sort of just taking this more casually at this point, considering how many adventures they've been on. It's like, he's not so much the fanboy anymore. He's like, yeah, that's pretty much what I expect. Yeah, that's just another day at the office for you, Sonic.
Happening to your people.
Okay. He says his name is...
Where they could make it better probably is how the face of the barrier that goes away after hitting multiple... Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I think your machine still has some bugs.
Yeah.
Haha, isn't it funny that Tails is supposed to have an IQ of 300, yet he can't master a simple translation program.
No, wisps with a W.
Yeah, I'll just stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
Shut up! Don't address the audience like that, Sonic. This isn't the kind of game. I mean, it is, but it isn't that kind of series.
Evil man, or to make underwear to be worn by salad.
Haha, isn't it so funny?
Save them over and over.
When I was running around trashing robots,
It's like, how does he even eat? He doesn't even have a mouth. He doesn't have a nose. How does he smell?
and maybe save some aliens.
Probably fishy.
Boss man said to wrangle every piece of this mess. When you consider what we're doing from a robot's point of view, it's actually pretty gruesome. Don't think about it.
Okay, I suppose that was at least one abusing line. I didn't laugh, but it was... That's the closest I've gotten to laughing. Again, first games really have the two act like bros despite the really real and funny jokes. Yeah, I kind of wish that we got more of this. And oh hey, the missile is embedded in the thing. We can pretty much go home now. I'm serious. Pretty much the entire story pretty much stops until that happens. Anyways. It's time to go to, this place that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, I suppose for the infinite number of worlds out there, I guess it's possible. It just seems kind of weird that, there's an entire planet which is made out of baked goods, sweets, and patisseries, and burgers for some... Why are burgers here? I thought this was Sweet Mountain, not Savory Mountain, not America. I gotta imagine, though, is this what some people envision America to be like? Just nothing but fried food everywhere? You know, just all full of donuts and burgers and choco, even though America has terrible choco. And Oreos, we can't forget the Oreos. The copyright-free Oreos in the background there. And the Willy Wonka lollipops. Ah, so... Okay, so that's how drifting works. Like, whoa, look at this. It really is just like we're back playing Unleashed, fellas. I do kind of want to play Unleashed as well on stream at one point. I figure that could be pretty entertaining.
At the very least, I can do my funny chip voice again, because it's been a little bit.
That's not America, that's just Tennessee. Okay, guessing... Time to dig through the cake, which, I mean, is full of stuff like kiwis and bananas, so... I'm guessing by that logic this can't actually be America. I mean, there's jelly beans in here at the very least, but again, I don't think many Americans know what a kiwi fruit is. Or an orange, or mandarin, or whatever that is. Come on, we gotta go. Gotta go through the pipes because... Do you find it weird that this is the game of all games to feature Mario pipes? Oh look, and even poppity corn. You gotta love a... Yeah, and strawberries in here as well. It's just... I don't think Americans know what these things called fruits are. I mean, maybe it's just because I've been seeing a lot of stuff involving Boogie recently, but I think to him these sorts of things would be a bit of a foreign concept. From what I've seen at the very least. Could be wrong. Okay, I guess that works. Base. Yep, you really gotta love those wisp themes. And how they can completely just destroy your entire desktop by just having your subwoofer going. You know what? I want to see him suffer. Oh, that just kills him instantly. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, at the very least, I'm still having a better time with this than I probably would with Colors Ultimate. I mean, I could just be laughing at all the jank, but honestly, gameplay-wise, at the very least, I'm still having a good time with this. Despite that hiccup at the start with just Wiimotes only, this is fine. Whee! I did it. I pressed the A button like 5 times. I am the big hero. Well, that worked. Also, you may have to excuse me. I did admittedly have a little bit of a late dinner. So still sort of, in the aftermath of that, as it were. Just salt and pepper ribs and rice. Next. And look at that, we get the drill wisp, which will be used constantly in Crossworlds. I do find it funny of all the gadgets to get nerfed in this latest Crossworld update. It was wisp powers, I guess mostly just to counteract bagging, because people just kept hoarding cyan and drill wisps, but even so. It's like that one specifically, it's like, no, we didn't nerf technical drift, we didn't nerf level 4 boost, we didn't nerf any of the drift power-ups, nope. Just specifically we went after wisp power-ups. I mean, I do get it for the fact that it kind of promoted a counterintuitive playstyle, but even at the same time, I do still find it kind of amusing, just like, ah yes, we're doing everything we can to promote the wisps in our games. At the same time, we're diminishing this one power-up, which allows you to further use wisps in our games. And oh hey, this whole setup looks oddly familiar. It's almost as though I've seen this sort of level design before. Yeah, this, one thing that I have sort of noticed about, the levels and colors is that a lot of the level design seems to take a lot of homages from Unleashed. Like, this is obviously Savannah Citadel. We have, this thing where you're just going up a large structure in a 2D setting. Just like in Savannah Citadel. I'm pretty certain there's going to be more levels as we go on, which also suffer from that as well. I guess just for a lot... Oh, there go the frames! Oh no! Oh no, no, no! No, 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 no! Oh, the goal was right here. It's called Tasty Mountain, says Sweet Mountain. Yeah! Probably, because, again, it's like everything here kind of makes sense with lollipops, Gingy in the background here, those, waffle biscuits or whatever it is, the discount Oreos, the ice cream, burger. Yeah, I just don't get it. So I don't think this place has many cutscenes, so we don't necessarily have to worry about that. Oh, and we already got ourselves some new wisps. We're breaking them out in strides this time, by the looks of it. And oh wait, we actually get a 3D level. That makes a change. I mean, looking at this place, I wouldn't mind actually coming here and at least trying some of the stuff here, but at the same time, you gotta wonder how long has this stuff been here. It's like, do you really want to take a bite out of that burger if it's been here for like days at the very least? Possibly months, even years? I mean, it'd be one thing if all this stuff was like made out of plastic, but I don't think we're led to assume it is. And there we go, there's the rockets. Which, honestly, I'm kind of surprised didn't make a comeback in Crossworlds. Because I know it was in Team Sonic Racing, as like the standard projectile, yet for some reason the Rocket Wisp wasn't. This person is addressed the new Wisp you're friendly using game. Oh yeah. It seems kind of weird that most people retroactively consider the DS version of this game to be like the definitive way to experience this game. Also, I think I messed up a little bit. It's like, even in Crossworlds they mentioned the DS version of this game, with Silver being like, oh hey, I came to this place with Blaze once! It's just like, again, another instance of Flynn not being able to go 5 minutes without making a reference, but still super weird that basically the canonical version of this game now is the DS version. I mean, I don't necessarily mind, I just find it kind of funny. Like, this is supposed to be the most widely accessed version of the game. In fact, this is the one which had a remake made of it, and it's just been systematically ignored in favor of the more niche DS version. I just find it funny more than anything. Also, yeah, it looks like we're in the maintenance tunnels under Disneyland. We're bound to run into some of the cast members down here. Yep. I will admit, a lot of this does definitely have a bit of a Tomorrowland sort of aesthetic to it, with these domes. Meanwhile, Blazing 06. Ah, yes, that blue hedgehog. He sounds familiar, but I can't quite put on. Oh, wait. Oh, well. Yeah. Again, just. I feel there isn't really any reconciling 06 to be canonical in any way, shape, or form. Or Rivals, for that matter. Just, I think most people would consider Rush to be the most canonical out of the bunch, mostly because it's the one that people played the most. Because I don't remember anybody who's actually played Rivals outside of, like, the big Sonic tubers. Also, yeah, the soundtrack. Should probably get in on that. Honestly, I do prefer most of the original tracks as opposed to the remastered ones from Colors Ultimate. I feel they just go a bit too over the top at some points, like especially the Planet Wisp one, which is basically just a rave, as opposed to how serene it starts out. It's just, nope. Just immediately just going into a rave. I think I messed up. Gag. Okay, so you just have to let go of the control stick. Okay. I see where I went wrong. Both canonic. I mean, I guess. I guess. Figured that one out. I mean, especially considering I'm fairly certain the whole thing about, Reverso Robotnik being, Robotnik's, descendant in Rivals has pretty much been retconned out of existence now since Blaze exists. And also, yes, we finally made it. We finally made it to peak Sonic level design. Look at this. Look at the speed we're experiencing here. Look how fast we're going. Isn't this just amazing, everybody? I can barely contain myself with just how fast we're going here. I'm in shock and awe. Oh yeah, here we are, with the, again, best level design in all of Sonic apparently. Look at this. Look at the speed, look at the input, look at the stuff we need to do in order to interact with this game. Look at it! I want you to look at it! Yep. Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It just keeps going and going and going. Okay, it's over. Thank goodness. Again, though, definitely wouldn't mind looking into the DS version at some point. Probably not going to be for a little while, though. Probably sometime after I do Rush Adventure. Which, again, no idea when I'm going to do that. But I figured I'd want to stream this now at the end of the year, because this game is 15 years old, more or less. It's funny, just this game is now around about as old as Sonic 1 was when 06 came out. Just I want you to consider that for a second. It doesn't really feel quite as long, mostly just because, again, time is sort of dilated as time has gone on for a lot of people. And, oh. We've yet to get the companion cube by the looks of it. Also that, and the fact that, of course, for the first 15 years of Sonic, there were just exponentially more games. It's like, now, between this and... Between Colors and, like, Crossworlds. I was gonna say Frontiers, then Shadowed, and Crossworlds. It feels as though we've gotten significantly fewer games. I mean, obviously, considering Game Gear and stuff, but I think you get what I mean. It's just... I think part of it also is due to the fact there aren't any, like, handheld consoles anymore. Like, proper ones. Mostly just thinking in terms of stuff like, you know, DS. So I guess in that respect, there haven't really been many opportunities for spin-offs. It really is a shame, though, because I think a lot of people just have been clamoring for more spin-offs. At the very least, just as a means of just allowing for the more fleshing out of other characters. Like, I imagine a lot of people would want some kind of spin-off based on Tangled Whisper, and yet the only place you can get that sort of extra bonus character stuff now is in the comics. Which, I don't know. I've been wondering for a while, actually, as to whether I should give them a proper shot and actually, like, get the comics at one point, because I did see them in my local comic shop, just, like, the back issues, like, you know, issues 1 through 12, and one book issues, like, 41 to 50. I know that, some of those are, like, heavily divisive, like, especially issue 50, but... Also, I just want to apologize real quick. I've just been so enamored about trying to get this one particular red ring that I've been stuck here for, like, minutes so far. I guess it feels more like SEGA plays the game a lot more tightly to the chest compared to more third. Yeah, there is also that. Again, though, just generally feels a fair bit more... like there's been less stuff out. Just sort of makes the fact that this game is 15 years old just, feel like it has a little less weight. Excuse me. Feels like it has a little bit less weight to it compared to Sonic 1 being 15 years old. I think that's a good way of putting it. Also, can I homing attack this thing, game? I want to get this game. Work with me here. I'm trying to be on your side here. I'm trying to work with you, game. Now please work with me. Just give me a second here. For some reason, my iPad isn't charging. Which I need to have a look at the stream and all of you fellas at home. A little bit of peek behind the magic there. Also, isn't this just riveting game design, everybody? I can't even double jump. You know what? Forget it. Forget it. We have places to be. Obviously, he's supposed to go into that with, boosted... Game! Game, can you not do that? Game! Okay, I think... this way. I mean, obviously we aren't able to get all the red rings anyway, because they've all been blocked off behind color powers that we don't have yet. And there we go, that's that. Let me guess, yep. D rank, that's about what I expect. Just get me out of here. Get me out of here, I'm sick of looking at you. Sick of looking at you, level. What is going on with my throat? Okay. I will appreciate that the release these tend to go by quite fast, but again, I'm fairly certain a lot of people would say that's to the detriment of this gameplay style, the fact that you can basically beat the levels in no time at all, and it's so resource intensive. I mean, I do get that, and obviously... I mean, you've already heard my 2 cents on that at this point, just wanting this to go back to more adventure, classic style. I feel as though I need new talking points in regards to the series. I keep clamoring on this series needs new ideas, and I think that should start with me. I mean, one thing I do kind of find it kind of odd, that, there is just a lot of stuff just brought over wholesale from Unleashed. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's just kind of surreal going back and seeing all this. It's like, obviously, the one-up icons from Unleashed. And getting a fair few of the interface sound effects from Unleashed. There's so much Unleashed stuff here. Also, yeah, I think these yellow block things were also brought back in Forces because that game doesn't have an original bone in its body. Oh, isn't that quirky? Just doing a loop-de-loop through a donut, isn't that just super quirky? I will admit, this is probably one of my... Yeah, I think the earlier levels of this game are some of my favorite, just seem a fair bit more inventive. Compared to, say, Asteroid Coaster. Which is basically just Planet Nickelodeon. Anyways, boss time. Enough fooling around.
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be?
Oh boy.
Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows.
Could you actually imagine Adventure 2 Sonic saying most of these lines? Because I sure shouldn't. Because I sure couldn't. Like Adventure 2 Sonic, even Black Knight Sonic. I think I was mostly just fun with it back in the day because, well, the game itself was competently made, so I thought, yeah, I could give it a pass. It's fresh and new compared to the stuff we were dealing with in Black Knight, as much as I liked that.
Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's dance.
But I feel that nowadays, especially, just like 15 years later, when this sort of self-deprecating humor has become the norm, I kind of wish that it's, yeah, just still hate it here. That's a good way of putting it. I figured I was gonna hate it, and I do. You'd think that there wouldn't be a switch on this giant ship which would cause that.
The battle's only just starting now that he's shown himself. Don't let him pressure you.
Ah, yes, as the MCU humor. Yeah. Yeah, this sort of humor is just like paramount, just like everything that you'd come to expect from the MCU. I do get that. Also, I need a ring. We'll say that this ship definitely does look quite delicious. Just, again, it seems that the design team for this really like the Oreos. They're copyright-free Oreos. Fantastic. I was just thinking, whoa, this just looks just like the airship levels from Super Mario 3. You remember those? You remember Mario 3? Yeah, part of me kind of feels that this ended up drawing out a fair few more Mario aspects even before Lost World came out, which is like the game which is most infamously known for that. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'd say this is going by a little bit smoother. No copyright. Yep, you know it. Just, I guess they really just like the Oreos. And we're hellbent on just putting them in the game because, I'll be honest though, back when I actually tended to have these sort of sweet snacks on the more often, at the very least. Me personally, I was always more sort of a fan of chocolate chip cookies. I mean, who isn't? Oh look, we even have like a thing here to show you. Oh, there he is. And oh, look at that. He's. Oh, isn't it funny that he's acting all dizzy despite the fact that he's a machine and exploding? Rather, with a very large explosion. Ships Ahoy. Yeah. I mean, I'm mostly just talking about Maryland cookies over here because I quite like those. And I'm guessing Ships Ahoy over there is like a fairly solid equivalent. I've heard decent things about them at the very least. Before you had to say this is just like my Japanese. Oh, it's time for. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Tails. You missed the BBBE.
Stop.
Best boss beating.
Stop.
So, has Yacker given you any more information or limericks or?
Stop. You, Sonic, stop. You're not funny and nobody likes you.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway, these aliens are made up of a really
It's so powerful, it's even more powerful than the Chaos Seminoles. Yeah, these Pixar-looking rejects are most powerful than the Chaos Seminoles. Think about that for a sec.
sword. It's their life force. You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor. Anyway, it seems an evil man.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy nose hair! Isn't that just so funny? We're gonna repeat that in every game up to this point. Like Lego Dimensions and
Draining them of their power. All their power.
and Lost World, and I'm kind of honestly I'm kind of surprised it didn't come back up in
No,
Forces, to be honest.
oh, an evil purpose.
That's good intel. Keep working.
I mean, that's kind of obvious now to figure. Are these? I mean, yeah, they are skippable.
Find Baldy McNosehair. Of
And just
course.
in this house we listen to all the cringe. Yeah, pretty much. Just it's all part of the experience of Sonic Colors. Just listening to all this horrible dialogue and. Oh my God, is that metal? No. All right, time for the level everybody remembers. Time to completely destroy the bitrate. Oh, isn't it wacky? We're upside down. Ooh, daring today, aren't we, game? But yeah, this does look fantastic, even though I'm fairly certain the bitrate is absolutely going to die here. Because look at all the color. Oh, the colors feel so bright. I'm having a seizure tonight. And oh, hey, it's these robots that are also from Unleashed. I will admit I don't necessarily mind the facts. It's kind of weird, actually, because personally I feel in terms of Badnik roster in this game, I think this game is actually pretty solid in that regard. Just a good mix between Unleashed and bringing back the Egg Pawns, which are honestly my favorite sort of standard Robotnik Badnik. And then just a whole bunch of the other Badniks which feel more thematically appropriate. Like, look at them go. Look at them go.
Change forms with a blue wisp. For the cube form to swap.
Ah yes, now we become the Aperture Science weighted storage cube form. Go. We just go down here. Yeah. Definitely won't... Look at the speed on display here. Isn't this just so wacky and kooky? Look how fast we're going as we turn into a stationary object. Yeah, part of me kind of feels there's a problem with the Wisps as well, just the fact that a lot of them are a little bit too slow-paced. I mean, obviously, it's more sort of going off of stuff like the Cube and, well, I suppose the Rocket isn't that bad. Mostly just the Cube one is a, fairly bad outlier in that regard. Honestly, kind of feel that the Wisps that were introduced in the DS version are a little bit more conducive to standard Sonic. And oh look, it's the Motobugs. You remember the Motobugs from Sonic 1, right? They're right here. This is amazing. You like Sonic 1, right? That means you like this game too, right? Right? That's how it works, right? No. Still, though, I don't remember Motobugs being quite this fast. Also, I could just take my hand off the control stick for this bit. You think how big this level must be. And yet despite... Whoa. I will admit I do quite like the spectacle of this level. It's... no idea what happened there. I know, hey, it's time for this segment. We're constantly warping between elevators for some reason. I remember this. Again, wish there was a better means of triggering color powers other than waggling the Wiimote, because it doesn't feel quite as snappy as just pressing the Z button or something to that effect. Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I must use my Q powers in order to get this particular red ring. Also, it really is just a raven here, isn't it? Look at this. Look at all this. Look at all this. I could, you could just feel the eye strain. Oh no, hey, it's this particular section, which was also reused in colors. Play no more heroes and see how to shake the room. Oh yeah, I'm fairly certain there's a fair few other games which are fairly more intense when it comes to waggling your Wiimotes. Me personally, I just prefer standard controllers. As do most people, I reckon. Well, that was Starlight Carnival. Part of me kind of wishes that the Crossworld track for this level, the stage, had a little bit more of the interior associated with it, because I don't necessarily remember all the disco balls. I'm just gonna say that out loud. I just don't remember all the disco balls here. Now look at that, we got the Aperture Science Cube. Alright, next. I'm guessing we're just going to be going for a fair more filler levels here. Again, 3D game. This is apparently this game is a 3D platformer, right? If you answer it wrong, you get executed. Anyways, I will admit, outside of, like, the main Starlight Carnival stage, a lot of these I remember being quite underwhelming, to say the very least. Like, especially this one. Alright, I guess I'm going this way. Screw you, game. Yeah, I was thinking, oh, can we have fun here? No. I guess not. Well, so I'm guessing it's, okay, so that's how that works. It's like, we actually have red ring puzzles which actually cause a little bit of brain training. I can feel myself getting smirtered, except not really. This is just me constantly just... You can hear me just waggling the Wiimote constantly, look at this. I also kind of find it weird that the blue wisp is the one which is the most slow-paced. It's like, ah yes, Sonic is known for his blueness. What can we do for the wisp that's blue? Make an immobile cube. Seinfeld music. Yeah, I can definitely see it. Alright, I guess we're going this way, just getting further and further away from that next wisp. Oh, is it time for this level? Is it time for this level? Yes, it's time for this level. Don't you just love this whole gimmick? Just being bound to this walking spring? Isn't this such good level design? Isn't this what you wanted from your Sonic game? I can't remember if this actually made a comeback in Force as well, just, because again, that game doesn't have an original bone in its body. I wouldn't have been surprised if the, if this whole moving spring gimmick came back in full force. Some Call Me Johnny reference. I mean, I will admit, it has been a little bit, so may have been unintentional. Also, yeah, this... So much strobe light here. Like, look at this. I'm surprised this didn't cause me eye strain back in the day. Honestly, I'm just doing this. I'm fairly certain you could just, for the most part, just take your hand off the controller for those vertical sections. Actually, let me just try it. No inputs. Absolutely no inputs. Yeah, just went through all of that without touching a single button. Such glorious level design. Oh, and the level's already over. Sweet. That was a level that they decided to put into this video game. For your consideration. Okay, next. Well, I admit, we are definitely clearing through these levels quite quickly. I suppose that's sort of the drawback with streaming Sonic games and all. Oh, and it's these disco balls of death. I remember them bringing this back in forces. Along with everything else. But yeah, that's a problem I kind of feel when it comes to streaming Sonic games, is the fact that with how short they are. I mean, that's sort of the point. The whole point of them is for you to replay them and gain a mastery over them, but... At the same time, I can't help but feel that that's not necessarily conducive to a good streaming experience, where it's more... where you want more sort of longer games which you can talk over. I mean, I suppose it doesn't necessarily matter that much, it's just something I can't help but notice. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't help but feel that these sorts of various obstacles slash level gimmicks were also incorporated into Origins, I always want to say. Because I know that sort of had a whole bunch of missions similar to this, where you navigating through the infamous grey blocks of despair from Forces. Getting a lot of Forces comparisons from this, I can't help but feel. Anyways, next. Yes, finally, we get Mike Wazowski. I'll save you, Mikey. I'll get you out of this. Oh, this is just the start of Act 1 again. Except now we go up. Oh, I'm at a set speed here. I just realized I don't even have to touch the control stick to retain the speed. And I don't even have to move. I don't even have to move here. Truly the most threatening of Robotnik's various, mechanical marvels. Yeah, I don't think there's anything stopping me from just, threading the needle here. Marvelous. And yep, it's the part with the spring again, except there's no spring, so it's automatically better. I feel as though I'm wanting for commentary. Oh hey, the Harbor Wisp, we finally got it. So it's like, oh, you wanted to play as Tails in a game like this? Too bad, we get this instead. Also, fun fact, this whole thing basically steals your light dash. And I suppose it's fun to play around with in the context of this game, but I can't help but feel it's like, yeah, it basically just stole the light dash from Sonic's regular kit. That's something I've noticed with a fair few of the Wisps in this game. They just tend to steal a lot of stuff from Sonic's regular kits. We'll probably see that with another Wisp, another egregious example later. Where there's just a couple of Wisps exclusive to the Wii version here, which just take parts of Sonic's pre-existing moveset away and just resells it back to him, whilst also incorporating elements of another character which you probably would have also liked to have played as. Also, I kind of forgot that badniks don't actually give you boost energy in this. I guess that's where I'm going wrong. Is this Sonic Boost to win? I don't even have any boost on me. What are you talking about? But yeah, in terms of how the boost is implemented, it's I'd say it's a little bit more balanced in the fact there's definitely more of a cap on how much boost you can potentially get. Like, obviously here, I don't have any boost, so I don't necessarily have any means to boost. Also, the fact that, you can't really boost up a vertical structure like this. For your consideration. Over here, maybe? Again, it's been a long time since so I don't remember all the details of what I need to do here. Oh, there we go. We just go up here, do the loop-de-loop around the tower here. Get ourselves a red ring for our troubles, and that's the level, I think. There we go. Is it yeah, Wisps to win, I think, is a more appropriate response. But at the very least, I will admit, the Wisps have a lot more applications to use aside from just holding down a button to win the game, like in Forces. And there we go, we got Mike Wazowski spurting out all over the universe. Enough red rings to make Metal Sonic angry. Oh yeah, there was one more level. We're just getting further and further away from the thing we need to go and destroy. That makes sense. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be egregious. Oh hey, it's another hover level. In this 3D game. I feel as though I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of that. I do apologize, just I feel it can't be emphasized enough. This was basically sold as a 3D game, and yet it very clearly isn't. Actually, I probably have to go and actually look at the box art for this, just to make absolutely sure that is the case. Or maybe I've just been gaslit into thinking that is the case, because I, for one, have wanted a whole bunch of opportunities to rag on this game for a little bit. Which I suppose is kind of unfair, because gameplay-wise I feel it's mostly fine, just, mostly just the writing is, like, the big issue. Also just some various annoying, like, gameplay aspects which became, like, a big issue for the series at large. There's also that. Sounds like the Jetsons, not gonna lie. Hold up, let me get the red ring. I mean, there's no point to me getting these, but they're big and red and shiny and I want them. Awesome. Ah, so it looks as though you don't even need the hover wisp to get through here. You can just do more homing attack chains like this, and this, and this, and there we go. So there are ways of bypassing this if you don't want to use wisps, I guess. Good to know. Okay, next level. Next level. Ding. Time for boss.
This park is huge.
Is this even part of a park?
Eggman could be anywhere.
Indeed I can. But I'm right here behind this generator.
Oh. As if no one would be able to have been able to tell if you didn't exclaim everything you were about to do. I feel as though the pacing of these cutscenes could have just been a lot better if they just stopped talking when they didn't need to. Oh no, it's the purple!
He was too slow to save his buddy. Oh no you don't, you blue banana head prick.
He's my buddy now.
Yes, this part.
Me? I did nothing at all.
I feel it would have been more funny if instead of just being mind control Robotnik was just getting rid of all of Tails' like inhibitions. Like, I'm so sick and tired of your stupid jokes, Sonic. You're not funny and nobody likes you.
This turned out much better than I could have hoped.
You could have very easily destroyed Metal Sonic in the comics, yet you didn't, and caused an apocalypse because of it, you prick.
I will. In fact, the only way to make
I didn't even know I'm friends with you at this point.
Come on, Tails. Snap out of it, dude. You don't want to do this.
Just imagine if we could have gotten a proper Sonic vs. Tails boss fight. Love it when Tails becomes evil for a second and doesn't...
Am I?
Yeah. It's like there was some potential here. I feel this is something that Pontek and Graph keep teasing with both this game and Lost World. The concept of facing off against an evil Tails, and part of me kind of wishes that they actually followed through on that for once, like actually having a Tails boss fight where he's like, I've always been better than you, Sonic. I've outgrown you. Look how powerful I've become.
Pay up, Tails.
Like the sort of heroism thing starts going to his head, that sort of thing.
We didn't bet.
Dang.
Just hurry up and go fight the boss fight already.
Ran out of juice.
Ah yes, ran out of plum juice by the looks of it, because it's purple. Anyways, it's time to destroy this blimp. Also, I quite like the backgrounds here.
Just keep an eye on those machine guns.
Ah yes, machine guns, which sound nothing like machine guns. Get over here, I'm just all I have to do is just mash the damn A button. Look at this. Look how powerful I become. And I do sort of like the idea of a more sort of quote-unquote evil Tails just crashing out and telling Sonic how he really feels about him, in that he kind of resents him a little bit. Oh, now yes, this section. I know how we're supposed to defeat this boss now. Potentially. Why aren't you using your machine guns anymore, game? You had machine guns and you stopped using them for whatever reason. Okay, I guess... oh. I was about to say, the boss fight's over, except not really. I don't know, part of me just likes the idea of Angry Tails. Who was it? Ah yes, the Tails fight in the Archie comics as well. I heard a lot of various stuff about that as well. Oh yeah, this is how we do it. Just damn, I missed him. Yeah, that really just sort of feels like a Team America bit. Just, ah yes, the laser goes through him and accidentally hits the Eiffel Tower instead. It's like, damn, I missed him. Oh, there we go. He's going down. Women and children first. I think I balked it. Oh, there he goes. There we go, we win. I guess. Yeah, let me just quickly spam quick step just to get my score up a little bit more. I don't think this is gonna matter quite as much, but whatever. You think you'd be fight? Yeah, it's kind of weird that you don't fight Robotnik at all until like the very end. Oh, we got our first S rank. Spamming quick step at the end was definitely worth it. Amazing. Yeah, Tears' dad suddenly wanted to overthrow the monarchy and get frozen Dale Chinese monarchies. Yeah.
Hey, Sonic, did
That's one thing I do definitely appreciate about Archie, because even if the quality of the stories is arguably weaker than IDW,
Get any more intro out of him?
it's a lot more memorable.
yeah.
Well,
A lot more people are going to be talking about the Tails fight rather than,
control weapon.
or just some random nonsensical stuff in Archie compared to whatever's going on in IDW currently. Like, I don't even know how the whole Writer's arc ended.
He is pretty gassed.
That's how out of the loop I've been, and I've hardly heard anybody talk about it. Aside from, you know, Lanolin getting humbled.
I made a tiny adjustment and realized he was saying generators.
I guess Sonic was dating a girl, Tails like, and then she went off with Sonic's
So basically, Eggman was
Joker
using
alternate universe
to
doppelganger.
hold their planet in orbit.
Yeah, Archie was heckin' wild.
Hold a whole planet.
Well, it's tiny, but still, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Oh yeah, did you see the generators had like a chain coming out of them, just like in Sonic CD with Little Planet?
Nobody said
You see the iconography? You like Sonic CD, right? That must mean you like this game too.
Just don't have much time.
once I start
Is it wrong that I don't like Tangle? I mean, I do definitely have my problems with it as well, mostly just, especially Whisper, in the fact that she basically doesn't really serve much of a purpose now, rather than Girl Power issue. Rather than Girl Power issue 80 featuring... Yeah, there's also that. There's also that. Just, them using basically the OCs to basically get around any restrictions they have with writing for the Legacy cast. It's unfortunate, honestly. Because I don't necessarily mind them, I just feel as though they don't really have much going for them after their, like, respective original arcs. Especially Whisper was like, oh yes, the whole thing is getting revenge on Mimic, who betrayed her whole Discount Foxhound team. And she basically did that, like, twice, and now what? I like the fact that I went through that whole little tirade about Whisper over that whole comedic cutscene there, and I didn't lose a thing. Like, that whole pirate thing, just, we didn't lose anything by me just not regarding it in any way, shape, or form. Honestly, it's like, I have no need for those idiots. Why did you build them in the first place? You can very easily just reduce them to scrap, just like... Thinking back to Adventure 1 with the E-Series robots, where it's like, all the robots who failed to capture Froggy, he just cast off into the wastes. Just like, I have no time for you, worthless hunks of junk. Out of my sight. And I kind of wish that they just did the same with these ones, especially since now we have Sage. Fearbot just became regular limbs and privateer. Like, see? That's like the only funny thing to come with one of these cutscenes so far. Also, just thinking, looking at the time, I think I'll go for a couple more minutes. You know, let's try out the Sonk Simulator. Let's see how that goes. We'll go one player, and oh look, we can have either Robot Sonic or me. Yeah, we'll go with Robot Sonic. He looks a little bit better. Go. And look at this. Look at this. It's like the Chaos Emeralds. Let's see how this one looks. Why do they keep bringing up the Daily 6? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Also, oh, look at this. We have platform here. We have this curve here. I'm guessing there's going to be like a bridge. Yeah, but it's like the start of this whole level just really reminded me of Green Hill Zone again. I got, like, Vietnam flashbacks. I mean, obviously it's not quite Green Hill, it's just... Bring that in mind because there's a fair few levels in this game which I remember having level layouts which resemble earlier levels. Like, one of them, most particularly, is Scrap Brain Act 1. I don't think I'm going to be playing too much of this, just to get a little bit of a feel for what Gameland is like. It's just a series of going through trials. Very, very quickly. Yeah, I think, admittedly, I'm probably going to start up Planet and Wisp next stream, because I feel this may be a good time to call it for now. Just mostly just going to be going through a fair few of these and just testing them out, because I think this is the only time we're going to actually be playing through Gameland. So I do gotta wonder what the point of this is. Is this just the way Robotnik sort of relieves stress? Just taking this robot Sonic lookalike, which honestly I'm surprised hasn't come back in IDW in all honesty, and just sending it through hazardous traps to die over and over again? It's like, what does Robotnik gain from this? Just can't help but find it a little bit odd. So part of me kind of can't help but think, maybe this looks, maybe it's just me, my imagination. This looks an awful lot like Marble Zone, doesn't it? Just minus all the magma on this segment, which is probably just like the whole Lava Chase segment. Again, in Lava Reef. No, not Lava Reef, Marble Zone. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Well, I mean, I haven't necessarily had the most interest in Five Nights at Freddy's, unfortunately, so I mean, I guess it's kind of neat that I can't remember his name, but the guy from Scooby-Doo, he's back as William after this. It's weird. Part of me's kind of worried at this point that the Wii U's gonna just give out one. Oh, we actually get a 3D level. That makes a change. I mean, I say that, and then like 5 seconds later, back in 2D again. I can't help but feel as though we're just gonna be getting mostly 2D here. Gonna be honest. At the very least, it's kind of neat that we get all these chiptune variations of all the level tracks. That's kind of neat. Let's go this way first. Let's go this way. Let's see what's up here. We have this weird sort of discount Tetris blocky background. There we go, finally getting back into 3D for once. Look at this. Except it's a quick step section, so it's arguably still 2D anyways. The first level, like, nah. I mean, maybe. Just, sorry, having a hard time keeping up with chat, admittedly. Just, kind of busy, just, trying to make... I think that's also another problem with, streaming Sonic games as well. Just the fact that you sort of have to keep your eye on the game and you can't just look over at chat like you can do with, like, RPGs and whatnot. I think that... Despite the sort of stigma set up by stuff like Sword Art Online, I suppose that there is sort of a benefit to streaming RPGs, where you can actually interact with the chat a little bit more. Like, especially with how slow-paced Pokemon games can tend to be, just gives a lot of opportunities. Yeah, obviously these are just like the earlier ones, so we don't necessarily have to worry too much. may as well go over what you get for completing all of these, because I don't think we're going to be doing so on stream. Essentially, your goal for completing all, for getting all the red star rings, and, oh wait, this is, I just realized this is Spring Yard. Yeah, yes, basically the reward for getting all the red star rings and completing all the Gameland courses is you get all the Chaos Emeralds and unlock Super Sonic. Yeah, this is... I think this is like the first mainline Sonic game since like possibly the Sonic 1, maybe Sonic 2 if you really want to stretch it. The first one since then. Actually thinking about it, Sonic 3D Blast as well, since that doesn't have Super Sonic. Yeah, the first Sonic games is like 3D Blast or whatever. So not feature like feature Super Sonic, let alone a Super Sonic final boss. Kind of crazy to think about, really. There we go, there we go. Just kind of annoying in this segment because of the wall jump. There we go, there we go. We're starting to get places. Do you mind? Do you mind? Not enough cope. I mean, I guess it is kind of cute that we get a fair few level layouts brought back from Sonic 1, but at the same time, I can't help but feel, since this is really sort of the start of when the series got really big into nostalgia pandering, that can't help but have a little bit more of a cynical view of it, to be perfectly honest. Especially considering, you know, Generations and Sonic 4 and, you know, Lost World digging into more of the nostalgia baiting in Sonic Dash and Forces, obviously, and just the social media presence, never letting up on all the classic imagery. It's just like, after a while, you just want it all to stop. You know, when you think about it, the West are kind of... You mean intelligence? You mean in their intelligence levels, or just their implementation? Because I'm sure there's a fair few different ways we can go about that. Oh look, and we got distinct water cubes, because that's how that works. Also, yeah, I think this is what I think it is. Dow 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 dow. Dow 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 dow. Okay, I'll stop. Just yeah, it's we're in Labyrinth Zone. My favorite. My favorites. Yes, yes, it is Labyrinth. And I suppose it makes sense considering this is technically the Aquarium Park Museum, but still, you'd think that they wouldn't come. Oh, and now I get this whole thing where Robotnik's ugly mug is chasing you throughout the level, trying to give. Come on over here and give me a little kiss. Give us a kiss. Bold choice to make one of the levels represent Sonic. Yeah. Like, you know it's especially bad when... I think I already told this story before. I remember when I was in, like, Bristol, I think, at one point, visiting my sister, and we went to this, this one shop, which had an arcade machine on it, where the one guy was playing Sonic 1 it, and it was one of those things where you had to get to the end of the game within a certain time limit. And I remember distinctly, he got to the end of Spring Yard Zone, and it was just like, he just felt like, please don't let there be Labyrinth Zone, please don't let there be Labyrinth Zone. And I just skipped straight to Starlight Zone. It's like, Even the designers of that arcade machine knew that how much Labyrinth Zone sucked. So it sort of leaves me to wonder why they would feel compelled to bring it back. It's like there's representing the past and whatnot, but arguably there's some elements of the past which some would rather just see forgotten. Labyrinth Zone being a good example. Last mainline Sonic games have all original levels, zero reuse support. Oh yeah, there is also that. I mean, unless you want to technically consider Lost World, but even then that's sort of divisive on that matter, considering how many Sonic level tropes that game copies wholesale. So, I think for the sake of it, I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that. This is the last Sonic game to actually feature original levels. All original levels. And oh hey, we actually get ourselves a 3D level here. Look at this. It's just, bowling over egg pawns. Okay. I mean, hey, I'm down for it, considering this is supposed to be, like, you know, all about the speed.
It's all about speed.
Can't help but wonder if I've already seen this sort of level design before. Oh, there we go, back into 2D. I was like, nope, you've had too much fun in 3D, time to go back to your 2D platforming in this 3D game. Part of me can't help but wonder, what if they actually incorporated Sonic Advance levels into this, like, throughout the whole trilogy, like, all of a sudden with one particular level you could just end up on Route 99 getting crushed by every single crushing hazard known to man. Well, you know, nah, they probably wouldn't get Sunset Hill Zone because of the flippy things. That's one thing I do gotta appreciate about Advance 3 though, because whilst it did have its own variation of Green Hill Zone, it actually put like an actual spin on it with more unique level gimmicks rather than just putting sand everywhere. Because that apparently constitutes a level gimmick, just making it so Anakin hates playing it. Crush 40 reference. Low-key, I mean, to be fair, I think most people forgot about Lost World. I mean, I certainly kind of wish I could. Anyways, last level, I think, and look at that, it's more 2D. Oh no, run! Run away!
Come on over here and give me a little key.
Oh, that just kills you. Okay. To make the stage, this mean you could just have bosses at the end of each stage, and reference bosses in each location. I mean, I guess that's one thing you could potentially do.
Press the assist, you'll swap places.
Ah yes, the assist button. I kind of forgot which one that was. Also, can't help but wonder what sort of... I can't help but feel gaslit occasionally with these levels, because I'm not entirely certain which ones are original and which ones are reused. Again, it was one of those things that was kind of cute back in 2010 when all the nostalgia pandering wasn't so much of a big deal, but now, it's just like the beginning, seeing the beginning of the end. I mean, saying that, I do joke, but honestly, I kind of feel that I've sort of been of the mindset that arguably all the best Sonic games you could ever need can all be played on the GameCube. I kind of want to put a little addendum to that. Played on the Wii, because... well, saying that, you can't play Game Boy Advance games on the Wii. At least unless you somehow got all of them through Virtual Console, which I'm fairly certain you didn't. It's like, if you could potentially get the Game Boy player to work on a Wii, then that would be the best avenue for you to play Sonic games. Anyways, that's all Gameland are going to be doing nowadays at this point, so... tune in next time, I suppose, when we do the rest of this game with all these levels. Because I think this is a fairly decent point to stop, so, don't understand why they chose Planet West for the final level. Because they did a poll. I'm fairly certain that's how they picked the levels for Generations. They did a poll to see what everybody's favorite level was. I mean, obviously, I would have picked Asteroid Coast if I knew it was going to be the final level, but I guess everybody really liked Planet Wisp, so that's that. Anyways, claiming having this whole deal with reuse of levels. And, I mean, the whole nostalgia reuse thing was a problem before Flynn was tasked with writing on the series. Like, started with Generations, then Lost World and Forces, and all surrounding material like mobile games and whatnot, so... I mean, sure, nostalgia pandering in the writing is a Flynn thing, but... in terms of level design, it's not something that I'd say is Flynn's fault, per se. Anyways, that's gonna be all from me for tonight. Tune in next week where we do the rest of this, and hopefully I have a little bit of a better time. But until then, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.